Welcome. This is for July 13th. We're still in the book of Jeremiah, and we're in chapter 32 this time, the planting and building. Yesterday I was reading a commentary from Dr. Miles Obgood, and he said that one of the habits that he and his wife picked up during the pandemic was scrolling through Zillow for the most absurd houses that they could theoretically be within their price range. The best deal they found by far was this house in Nantucket, which, though valued at $2 million, was being offered for a mere $200,000. I mean, what a steal, right? Now, the reason, of course, was that the house and the property was, well, it was on a path to erosion. And knowing all that, they were still tempted to take a visit. Foolish though it would have been to, well, purchase such a property, the bargain was still hard to pass up. Now, Jeremiah's own real estate dealings run counter to reason. The city of Jerusalem is under siege by an army, and no wonder Hannibal was looking to liquidate his assets into something more transferable. It's a foolish time to invest in land or anything permanent in the face of such an imminent threat. And yet, Jeremiah has the deed drawn up, and he asks simply for a good jar that will last a long time. He may not be the one to unseal it, but it is there for those who return as a pledge and seal not only upon the, well, purchased land, but on the people, that their exile will not be forever. Now, we can take a lesson from Jeremiah here as we face down the harsh reality of a world on fire, both literally and metaphorically. And our call as people of faith is to act from a position of a hope grounded, not in human capabilities, but in the divine promise. Like Jeremiah, the defining characteristics of the path that we are called to walk is, well, perhaps it'll look absurd to those around us. Like King Zedekiah, who had rationally given in to despair. And like Hannibal, who will make us seem like, I don't know, country bumpkins. You know, sometimes the promises of God are the thing that is buried in the heart of the faithful as in the ground. And like a seed germinating through a long winter, they rest there filled with the potential of new life that they will show out when the season has come. That's the power of such buried promises. And promises will, by their very nature, provide an anchor, opening the way to strength for today and a bright hope for tomorrow. Well, as the old hymn goes. The key is that the one who promises is both trustworthy and capable of delivering. And here we find the reason for Jeremiah's foolishness. The promise that guides his actions comes from God, God who will not disappoint. His trust is what enables him to simultaneously prophesy the fall of the city and live like they've already returned from exile. And we too can live this way, grounded in the promise of a God who has already written the end of our story in Jesus Christ and pledges us and all things a new creation. And blessings on your week. What you do matters, and I'm so grateful for your partnership in the gospel.
In Christ we aspire to journey with one another in grace, in faith, in love and service.